The Bunker Project is brought to you by Wix.com, the easiest place to develop a website online.
For free!
Welcome back to another episode of The Bunker Project. This is episode number 103.
Yay! All right. Wow, looks like it's going to be a full house tonight. Oh, somebody's struggling to get through.
It's the Gaming Maven.
Gaming Maven just came in with some heavy... Look, those are big vodkas, man. Holy crap. And looks like we got some people hanging out in the hangout. Hi, guys. We muted you for a second, but we will give you a chance to chat when we do the intro round. Dude, oh, no. We got another Maven sneaking in behind the curtain.
The Sleepy Maven.
All right, so the way we start the shows is we do a round. Everybody has a little chat about themselves, and that takes about 20 minutes because we talk way too goddamn much.
But this time we'll keep it tight. We'll just do...
Oh, yeah, sure we will.
Yeah.
19 and a half.
All right, so let's jump right into the round table. My name's Andrew McGivern, at Podcast Hero on Twitter, and now on app.net at Andrew McGivern.
Yeah, that's... we're going to be talking about that.
Yeah,
show,
we'll talk a little bit
It's
about
pretty
that.
cool.
Yeah,
I was in a...
It's kind of neat.
I was in a Chinese restaurant about 10 minutes ago ordering some awesome food at Hans. They are not a sponsor. But, man, they have good food. So anyways, and I'm explaining what this is all about. So I'm all warmed up. I did a good job.
Nice.
I sounded intelligent, which is shocking, knowing me. Anyways, Bob Garlick, BOBGARLICK. Google it. That's all you need to know. Who's going next? The unknown Maven. He can't talk because he never talks.
No, he always talks.
Does he talk?
Yeah.
No.
That's Shaun
Shaun
of
of
the
the
Dead
Dead.
Maven.
Oh, I thought he was the Shy Maven.
No, he's
No,
the
no,
one that
that
was
wasn't
in
the
that.
Dead.
Conspiracy Maven.
He's not looking at us right now, but
He's
just nod if you're the Shaun of the Dead Maven.
No, but a few
Yeah,
episodes ago, he rebranded himself
Oh, it's
as
the Sleepy Maven.
the Sleepy Maven.
Yeah, because he fell asleep while he was listening to
damn
us.
sleepy.
Yeah.
It was obviously a very
Shaun of the
scintillating
Shaun is the
evening.
Dead, yeah.
All right, let's start with the Number Cruncher Maven.
Who, me? Oh.
Oh, yeah, you're the number cruncher Maven.
Yeah, I'm Randall Orser. No, at Number Crunchers is my Twitter handle. And we do bookkeeping, tax, and software consulting.
Get on that mic when you talk.
Oh, yes. Okay. Here we go.
Much better.
Thank you.
I have to swallow it. I keep forgetting that.
Man. Yeah, I'll bring it up closer to
Guys are never good at that.
No, we're not good at that. Sorry.
I don't know.
I'm having microphone ED here. It's just not staying in place.
All right, and we got the Gaming Maven tweeting away.
Yeah, what's up?
That's my nose.
It's at twisted_MAJIC James. What have I done lately? I am the helpful, awesome dude that has been kicking ass all over Vancouver, and
He does security on the side.
yeah, founder of my own company, just recently. So.
Hey, what was
Yeah.
that thing? I
You
went to
found
that.
it under the couch?
Yeah.
What? Yeah,
There
I
it
did. I was like,
is.
oh my god, there's my company. Where has it been? There it is.
God, it's got
All
lots of-
right. But I mean,
yeah.
we can talk about that later. But
Okay.
we also was a co-organizer of Vancouver Startup Weekend, which was hugely successful this year. So
Nice.
yeah, 4.4 million impressions on Twitter over 3 days.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Did you guys trend?
I think we were trending in Vancouver for a bit. So
Cool.
About
Yeah.
5 seconds.
no, about like 5 hours, I guess, for the first night.
That's not
That's
bad.
pretty good.
So
Yep.
I retweeted some of your stuff.
yeah,
Cool.
So that's me.
All right.
Okay, Margaret Reynolds, BC_insurance gal, the insurance maven, also the Wicked Wix of the West, who on Monday in about less than 4 hours built an HTML5 site.
Cool.
FirstAdvantageFinancial.ca. Pretty basic, but it was very easy to do.
Which program did you use?
I used Wix
Uh-huh.
because I am the Wicked Wix of the West. Anyway, insurance and all the lovely things, as we were talking earlier, travel insurance. Important thing, don't cross the border without talking to me.
I gotta talk to you later.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and we've got...
Dude, you're on. Bring that mic right on over. There you go.
So
Hang. Are we check his volumes? Hang on.
Make sure it's turned on.
Hello. There we go.
Excellent. There we go. Got it.
Awesome. So my name's Marco Pasqua at Marco_Pasqua. And I'm an inspirational, motivational speaker, however you want to call it. I founded my company this year in January. It's Marco Pasco Enterprises, but the website is...
Thank you.
Sorry. The website is thecubeprinciple.com. And I'm also a staff writer for ablegamers.com, which is a disabled gamers website dedicated to gamers with disabilities. So I'm really excited to be part of this and looking forward to chatting with all you guys.
Very cool. As he creaks over to the microphone.
Work that mic.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Lucas Mattiello from levelupliving.com. I have a business that has a workshop for public speaking for business professionals. So overcome the fear, get the exposure, get your name and brand out there. Again, it's Twitter, Level Up Living, and I'm excited to be here first time.
Cool. He's pretty good,
Yeah.
He is pretty good. I guess he has to be because it was like
You can tell he speaks for a living.
I know. Can you imagine if he's like, I'm just really nervous around mics. So I said, but I do teach people to be much better than me. Honest, I do. All right. Oh,
The movie Maven's
the
here.
movie Maven. You're looking very rugged today. What happened?
Well, I was thinking...
He works at
why
Shaw.
don't-
They don't have to be very professional over there.
We'll go with that. That was funnier than my line. So I'm Marcel with the movieyearbook.com. If you guys are into websites that are never updated, seriously check it out. I'm also on Twitter at movieyearbook. And if you guys aren't busy on September 11th, which, you probably are, I will be at Yuck Yucks appearing on West Coast Geeks vs. Nerds. You can check out the website, wcgeeksvsnerds.com, or on Twitter at wc_geeksvsnerds.com. Cool. Not .com. It's a Twitter account. We're done.
So since it's September 11th, are you going to bomb?
No, you're not allowed to bomb on September 11th.
Let me answer the question. Yes.
All right. What's going on? Somebody. Oh. Work that mic, baby.
I'm Matt Astifan from Web Friendly, and I teach workshops to business owners and also to people who are starting a career in social media on how to use direct response marketing techniques through social media.
And he's damn good.
Hey, Matt, do you want to tell them what we're doing on September 11th?
Yeah, on September 11th, Marcus, myself, and Lucas, we're going to be doing the drop zone. We're going to be going down a skyscraper here in downtown. And
20-story building.
Yeah. And
Head first?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We're just putting together.
I'll actually be in my wheelchair. They're going to strap us up and have us rappel down, and that's no joke.
That's awesome.
Cool.
To raise money for
That is awesome.
Easter Seals camps.
And
some of the camps I
parachutes.
used to- Yeah, that too.
We get to dress up like superheroes as well. So.
What are you going to be, the tech? Are you going to be the tech?
Okay, hang on.
We're making up our own superheroes,
Oh.
right? And Lucas's mom was so friendly to make us all capes.
Oh, really? Are
So-
you going to have a bee on your cape? You got to have a big bee.
Well, we're trying to get sponsors, so probably our sponsor will be on our capes. And on my chest, I'll probably have my my logo.
Yeah, the bee.
Oh, yeah. You got to have your logo.
Very nice.
I wasn't expecting anyone to steal my September 11th thunder tonight.
Damn.
Yeah, because
man.
nothing ever happens on that day.
Well, that's actually in the morning, so then at night we'll go celebrate at Yuck Yucks.
There you
Nice.
go.
There you go.
nice
Yeah, you
segue.
have some new hecklers.
That's
We got
what I
some
call a
superstar
symbiotic
hecklers.
relationship.
Some superhero hecklers. Hey, and we got somebody else here. Dude.
How's it going? Jason Kirby. You can find me at Jason Kirby or at Jason Kirby, KRBY. I'm a podcast virgin and own a company down in San Diego, traveling all the way up from Vancouver. And I got a photography company called Bright Light Studios, and we focus on providing education to photographers that want to learn more and grow their career.
And you got a big ass
Cool.
camera. I mean, that
Yeah,
lens
yeah.
must weigh like 30 pounds. Holy crap.
And he put up with you when he first met you.
That's true. But we were both drunk.
Were we?
I was.
Explains a lot. Well, glad I'm here.
I love you, baby.
And if you guys hear this noise,
Yeah.
that's me.
Yeah, it's like
So,
4
Smile.
shots of the
Forgive me.
ceiling.
All right, just tell me
those
before you take
pixels
my
are
picture
expensive.
because I
I
gotta be
won't.
prepared.
Yeah,
No.
he likes to ham it up.
Yeah.
And hey, let's go to the. Okay, I'm gonna unmute this.
¿Dónde hablan?
Oh, there we go. Hey, now we got everybody in here. So we got.
¿De dónde somos?
Oh man, this is hard. This is hard to pronounce. I've got chai
Pero yo vivo con
cake.
España.
Oh, okay.
España.
Spanish.
Ah,
Oh,
Spanish.
sorry, I don't speak Spanish. Sorry, dudes. So, Ron.
Hablo un poquito.
Rio Grande do Sul, Brasil.
Wow.
What's up from Canada to Brazil, bro?
Yeah, they're in the same time zone, man. They got some awesome black beer down there, I hear. And so, Renato?
Ricardo Kaká.
Mi nombre
He must be talking about me.
Origen
His name is
española.
Yeah, he's speaking slower, so we can understand. It's very nice.
And just said, I do
La
like...
Rosa.
And I got, and then there's Gulliver.
Our show has become so international.
We're very international here. This is like our
All
Spanish
right.
segment. Okay, guys, thank you for your intros. We're just going to put back on the mute for now and continue with the show.
Thanks for joining us. But,
we just lost somebody. Just oh yeah.
Well, suck it.
Yeah, it's more like talk amongst
bastards.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, please. Well, I mean,
Well, there's two shows. There's the Hangout show and
there's
the Bunker show.
Yeah, that's true.
And Bob made this one public.
I know,
which is awesome.
Well, it's interesting because
Especially since we mute them anyway.
if you do a public hangout, you get a very interesting cross section of people dropping by, which is very cool. We had 52 people drop by while we were doing this show one time, and we had them muted.
Oh, the Sleepy Mavens.
They had a great time. They had a fantastic time.
Holy crap, he is.
He was. He's
He's up. He's now he was playing.
He was
with
working today.
He was playing with his device. I mean, his phone. Sorry about that.
All right. So, what's the topic?
Hey, let's start with that Twitter clone, that one that's going to take down Twitter. I mean, it's just Twitter. The stocks have plummeted on Twitter. People are banning it by the millions. What? This place is rocking. There's almost 30 million people have joined it over the last couple of years.
He's kidding.
Oh, that's right. That was a dream I had. But it
Isn't
is.
that Facebook?
It has potential.
I think so.
Now, Facebook's bankrupt. It's like, no, that was another dream.
Yeah, lots of dreams.
Mark's only lost like 10
Anyways,
billion.
Bob.
I joined.
I joined as well.
Slapped down $50.
Bonnie joined.
Joined what?
What's it called?
App.net.
What?
App.net.
What's app?
App.net.
APP?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Basically, a lot of developers are getting kind of ticked off at Twitter changing the API and limiting the number of
So why aren't they going
users
to
they can
Google
have.
Plus?
Well, Twitter is
Twitter is Twitter.
Oh, you should have said Facebook.
No. The API. What the problem with Twitter is, it makes money through its
they chose
user base,
they
right?
chose
by
an
selling advertising.
model.
And these guys, you pay, so there's no advertising. So basically, they're not going to mess with you. So basically, it's just an open platform. So
It's like $50 a
Yep.
year, and they'll never ever have advertising or anything.
well, and the thing is, like, if you're a developer, you could do some really kick-ass app for it. So you wouldn't even have to interface with it.
And they're promising that the platform will be user-friendly and developer-friendly forever.
Doubt it.
Hey, Matt just joined the Hangout. Hey, dude, it's good to see you again. I'm going to make him nice and big. Here's that. And now we can mute
Oh,
him.
great. Now he's muted.
Wow. Yeah, that's excellent.
Who's Matt?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that there is a market for a paid service like App.net?
Well, for me, it's not that. It's this guy's gone out and he said, you know what? I basically don't think that it's fair for people to develop apps, build their business on Twitter, and then Twitter, after several years, oh, you know what? We're not interested in your app. We're shutting the fire hose. You are now basically bankrupt.
They're not really
not
doing that,
rewarding.
though. They're not really doing that.
Well,
They're
they've done it to several people
basically,
already.
they're basically saying, don't develop any new apps. We've got
Well,
enough.
they've cut people
clients,
out. They've
clients.
cut people out.
Twitter clients. They don't want any more Twitter clients to say we've got enough Twitter clients.
Yeah, so where do those guys go?
Clients.
Yeah, like Tweetbot or Hootsuite or
Yeah, all those things.
any
So-
of those things.
And if you
So what does that mean? That means that nobody's going to come up with a new, totally cool, kick-ass
Yes,
development
that's
concept,
exactly what it
right?
means.
Like it's just like anti-creative.
Yeah.
It's screwed up. So
I don't know
basically-
about that. I think it's more about terms of use and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, well, the reason there's terms of use is because Facebook wants people. I'm not Facebook. Twitter wants people going to the Twitter website
No,
for
here's
people
what,
to interface
here's
on
the
Twitter
real
so
the
they
real
can sell
issue
them
is
advertising.
yeah, the real issue is that people are paying for ads, and if it goes through another platform and they strip out the
Don't
ads,
see the ads.
Then that's the problem.
What's
right?
wrong with that?
Well, that's their business model.
Because
is
Twitter
based
doesn't make
on
any
advertising.
money, so that's why they're kicking people off.
So along came App.net, and they and the guy that founded it said, I wanted Twitter to go this way, and in a perfect world, it would have in his mind. And he said, well, screw this. I'm going to start a company.
Exactly.
Yep, exactly.
And all app.net is an API. It's just an API. They're not doing anything else with it. They're not going to have their own, like, they have alpha.app.net right now as a proof of concept.
Yeah.
But they're really saying
It looks very Twitter-esque.
developers go do whatever you want with it.
Yep, and we won't shut you down.
But it's basically Twitter with you have more characters. I think it's 270 characters.
Yep.
Oh, so German people can type a whole sentence?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's sweet. Das gut.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge in Europe. Huge.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. I think it's...
Well, I was listening to...
And you paid $50 a year?
Yeah, well, I was listening to This Week in
Well,
Tech,
actually,
and
no,
I didn't realize how expensive $50 was until Leo Laporte said, wow, there's an elite group of people that have enough cash to be able to throw $50 on a concept thing.
But
And
you know
I was
what?
like,
You know
holy
how they marketed it.
I
They
guess-
said it was basically like their own Kickstarter. They
Yeah.
didn't use Kickstarter. They just said, back us for $50. So everybody who's signed up now is actually a backer, and they stress. You sign in, and right at the very top it says, please understand this is like
totally prototype.
pre-alpha.
So what
This
do you
is
get
not-
for $50?
Nothing.
What?
You can log in and use the service.
That's the best marketing strategy ever.
I know, it's a big scam. The guy made, like $850,000 in 2 weeks. That's how many people registered.
No, I don't think it's that much. But.
Yeah, because it doubled 2 days ago.
Well,
Oh,
for
wow.
50
You,
bucks,
you cannot get
Dollars
on
or
anymore.
rupees?
He's cut it off.
Wow.
No more investors. So done.
Well, at $50 at 200,000 people, you're laughing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It just went viral on him, and in one day it doubled. It went from 3,000 to 6,000 in one day.
So do you know if that means that it's going to cost people money in the future to then join, or how is that going to work?
Yeah, it's going to be $50 for a user and $100 for a developer.
See, for the costs, I'm not too sure because of the fact that most of these sites flourish on mass appeal, and I'm not too sure if that means that you're going to get the same kind of audience that you get in your Twitters and your Facebooks and things like that.
I think you're right. It's not going to be the same audience. It's going to be a different audience.
Yeah.
Well, right now it's going to be
Tech geeks.
Right now, it's
Yeah,
all
exactly.
developers and people like us who are just curious and total Uber geeks.
Google Plus people too, maybe.
Yes, Google Plus people.
Yeah, there are probably some Google Plus people in there.
But people have been saying for a long time, hey, Twitter, I'll throw some money at you if you will add these features that they wanted and things like that.
Yeah, they said no.
And they didn't want to go that way. So
I mean, if there's a demand for something, somebody's going to build to deal with that demand. That's just standard business.
But really, like when it comes down to it, I don't think $50 a year is a lot of money, especially if it's a good service. If it can, if
Well, it's a
if they can
non-existent
build
service.
something.
The thing is
Right
that
now,
it's a
it's really,
non-existent
yeah.
service. Right?
Whoa, there's a little guy in
Hey,
here.
little Tintin came in. Little Tintin. I want to be on a mic. He has been here before.
Matt wants to.
Matt.
I was just thinking one benefit of it is
Yeah.
it's going to reduce the amount of spam that we'll get on a social network because every account they're going to have to pay for, right? So it could actually be a good thing.
Yep.
Yeah, but spammers will pay $50 for the opportunity to spam.
Well, no, because like a lot of spammers on Twitter, they'll set up hundreds or thousands.
Yeah,
of
that's
accounts,
true.
right?
Yeah,
so,
that's
I mean,
true.
that
That's
would,
a lot of money.
right? So I don't think they do it. I mean, sure, one or two, but I mean, how far would you go? I don't think there's other
Yeah.
social networks that will be more less expensive to spam on, right?
Yeah,
So what
like-
what they'll do is the spammers will combine spamming with credit card fraud.
Oh yeah.
And,
Oh, nice
and
combo.
they'll get together and they'll
They'll start like another thing.
it'll be this vicious
donate
circle.
to our spam circle.
We'll call it Spamalot.
Oh. Yeah. So anyways, very cool concept. I'm really curious to see what happens out of it because there could be some very, very interesting new tools come out of it. Very cool.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, I've been going nuts with this one. If this, then that. How many people here have got into this, then that? I
did.
really got into it recently. Way cool. If it's going to rain today, I get a text message. It
Wait,
goes like,
you
hey, dude, it's going to rain. Take an umbrella. And then I
were-
also get a note.
You were able to get like a response back from
What,
your
your
mobile?
your phone's now your mom?
No, it's
Yeah, exactly.
if-
Exactly.
But Bob's actually right. If this, then that is actually really cool.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
I
cool.
found
I
out
mean,
about a couple other
it
services.
reminds me to pay my rent 2 days before it's due. It tells me if it's going to rain that day. If it's not going to rain, it doesn't send
I
me a
started
text
creating
message.
my own ones.
Yeah, and then you can make your own recipes. It's very cool.
So I was
Very,
like,
very cool.
anytime Bob texts me, send it directly to Dropbox so I can archive it in Evernote. so that I can laugh at it later.
Yeah, exactly. When I
Dude, I'm so drunk right now. It's like, oh, that was August 15th, 2010.
and 11 and 12.
Yeah.
How deep can you get with the if that then this? Because I was looking at it.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't.
pretty
I
cool.
didn't actually get like really into it. I understand what it is.
Yeah.
But could I make it so if somebody uses like a hashtag on
Yep.
Instagram, for example, that it'll then post to my Facebook page?
Yep.
You could do that.
Totally.
Yeah.
No, you can do. You can
basically
set up.
You could
Automate
set up
anything.
whatever you want, Matt.
Yeah,
Well,
that'll
now
work.
what may happen though is Facebook might say, that's uncool and block, or Twitter might set something up and block. But right now, you can set up all sorts of stuff. Like if I do something with Instagram, it automatically takes that picture and puts it in my Dropbox in a folder called Instagram Shots. So that's an archive. So if Instagram goes bankrupt for some strange reason or disappears, I have an archive of my stuff, and that's a thing that nobody gets about these platforms that are free.
Well, it's on your phone anyways, so
Yeah,
you
I
take
mean,
the picture
unless
of it.
you're regularly exporting it and backing it up, like all your Facebook posts, all the pictures you put on Facebook. If Facebook, for some strange reason, disappears, sorry, you don't have any of that stuff. It's all on their servers, not your server.
Hey, you can download your content.
Yeah, you can download all your
from
content.
Facebook,
It's all-
yeah.
it's
And
all
how
the
many
cloud.
people have done that?
No, I don't think you can.
One
It's
by
not-
one.
I've done
but
it.
that's about
I've done it. And the problem is all the pictures are these real crap pictures because it's been crunched down. And that's what people don't realize. You take a picture with a, 4 or 5 or 8 megapixel camera, nice whatever, and then you upload it to Facebook. Facebook crunches the shit out of it, and it's just a piece of crap. And then you say, "Oh, I got on Facebook. I'll just delete it out of my camera." Well, hey, guess what? You just threw away, 8,000 pixels or 800,000 pixels of quality. And people think, oh, no, it's the same as in my camera. No, it's crap. I mean,
Depends
it's
on
like
what the shot is.
250K.
Do you really care if somebody's
Mike,
doing a keg stand?
dude, you gotta work the mic. Work the mic.
Well, I was just saying, does it matter? Like, if somebody's doing a keg stand, do you really care if you save that shot or?
Absolutely, man.
Okay, so maybe in your case.
You want the history. I mean,
Future
what happens
blackmail.
when you're 80 and you want to do? Hey, I'm halfway through my life. I want to do my book.
You
Hey,
want to show?
Bob, remember when?
Yeah, remember when you could actually drink?
He wants to
instead
show
of IV
the great
tubes and black
grandkids
beer.
that he was cool too.
Yeah, I used to get pissed just like you guys. It wasn't worth it, man. It wasn't worth it. All right, we got struggling. What the hell are you doing, dude? Oh, it's going down.
Yeah, see, I'm vertically challenged, so that's the problem, right? Sitting in my chair to stretch my neck.
Well, he's neck challenged because his neck's so strong it keeps
Oh, yeah,
ripping
it's good,
away
it's good.
from the mic.
Definitely.
Well, he's got to get used to the mic. That's all. Hey, what the hell were we talking about?
We were.
Oh
talk-
yeah, if this and that.
we were yeah.
So what else that's really cool about this thing? Oh yeah, if Amazon says there's a free book, Amazon gives away
Oh,
free
yeah,
books all
yeah,
the time.
that's
I
cool.
love that.
I get a notification says, "Oh, by the way, there's a free book. Here's the title. You want it? Here's the link. Boom! It takes me there. I'll buy that. I mean, I get 3 a day.
Okay, I'm sold.
So lots, and you don't have to build it. You don't have to be some, geeky dude. You can just look at other people's recipes and say, it'll explain what it does. We'll notify you about the new Amazon free books. Okay, I like that one. And then you just click on it and say activate. It may ask you to do a couple of things with your accounts, and then it's done. It's very, very cool.
And I found out about like 2 cool services that I had no idea existed before.
Which was that? Which one?
Pocket, which allows you to take any article that you're reading right now,
Mhm.
and you just like hit it and it send it to a reading list.
Oh, nice.
So you can assume it on any other platform you have.
So that's like
even offline.
It's like read later. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, it's
thing
kind of
where-
read later,
yeah.
but then I have it so it's set to Pocket. So I put an article in Pocket. I click the checkbox and it sends it to readability, which then kind of turns it into just a straight text without any ads.
Yeah, and actually, it's another thing about if this then that. You can do cascading events, right? So it's like, if I take a picture with my Instagram camera, then I want it sent to this particular Dropbox, and then I have another app that said, if a new picture comes into this folder in Dropbox, please post it on Facebook. And then if I have a new post on Facebook, it takes it and it tweets about it. And then if I have a new tweet, and you can just have these crazy, do a ton of
The
stuff.
domino effect.
The domino effect is wonderful.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
Anyways.
I played with it a little bit, but
Yeah.
not to that extent.
Yeah, Bob went
But
nuts with it.
definitely want to.
I love it. I love
definitely
it.
want to get more into it.
If only I could have it. When I put money in my bank account, it doubles it. Then I would be really happy. Anyways,
Me too.
I
Me
like
too.
to talk about Facebook because we got Matt Astifan in the how, and he happens to know a couple of things about it. He's been into how long? You been into Facebook now? Like 2-3 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
he's a
got my
quick
phone.
learner. He's a
Yeah.
fucking quick learner, man. I went to his program, 8 hours plus sushi. It was awesome. And really, if you have any questions about Facebook, this is the guy to ask. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to pummel you with questions.
Great.
So my question is, what's the best way to monetize Facebook? Or should I even be thinking about monetization?
Well, there's two ways to look at it. One is the B2B aspect, where you're actually looking to grow your network and find key influencers that can then connect you to customers. So in that case, you're really looking for the networking aspect, right? But the B2C model, actually finding customers, best way is a Facebook page with a landing page connected to that.
Well, what's a landing page?
So landing page is you can create a custom tab on your Facebook page. Send users to that page, ask them to like your page for a specific benefit, and then collect their email address, or have an exchange. Give
Like
your
like a squeeze page.
It's like a squeeze page.
Yeah.
Now the reason why it works so well on Facebook is because your typical conversion rate on the web, on a website, right, is about 2 to 6%, right? If you're having like a free offer, or someone's going to download an ebook, it can get up to like 20%.
Wow.
Right? But when you're on Facebook, your conversion rates are through the roof. I've got up to 80% conversions on a Facebook page. And I think there's something about the trustability of like being
It's
on
more
Facebook.
community-based type of thing. There's your buddies and...
You feel more at home using it, maybe?
I'm not sure what it is. I think I think that people feel more secure to put their email address when they're inside Facebook, because there is more regulations and security around it. That's an actual thing. You got to be on an SSL server and all this kind of stuff.
Well, not only that, is like if I go into somebody's profile that have friended me, if I look it up, they've got a lot of times I'll have their email address there anyways.
It's not really like that, because you have you have to send people to the landing page itself.
It's to a deep link within the page.
Yeah. So even if I saw that you liked a fan page and I went to that page, it would be unlikely that I would actually find that landing page and then put my email address in.
Gotcha.
Because when they came out with the timeline, they disabled the ability to have a default landing page.
That's right.
So you have to send them to the link within the. You have to give them the actual link for the tab.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
So I run ads to the page.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Now let's talk a little bit about, because that's a very good point. Ads on Facebook. I mean, are they expensive?
It depends. If you have a high performing ad, you'll pay very little per click. Like I've got it down to like 10 cents.
No
11
way
cents.
per
Yeah.
click.
If you have a really high, what's called a click through rate, a CTR, then you actually pay less per click. So the best way to do your ads is to create 5 to 10 different variations, and then see which one performs the best. Look at the ad, try to figure out what made it perform better. I can tell you, if you put a picture of a face, it always converts better.
What about a pussycat?
Kittens equal clicks, bro.
Yeah. What happened was, if you guys are
On an
on
ad,
my
though?
fan page, you would have seen my ads, and it's the picture that I use on all my profiles, like on my Facebook and my Twitter. It's a picture now people, I guess, recognize. But I've tried to do different variations, different pictures of me, of my face, and other people's pictures, and so on. And that picture somehow converts the highest. And I've
Really?
tested against all this other stuff, right? So I just use my picture, and then I use whatever ad copy I want, and it always converts higher than any of the other variations that I create.
So is it like you bid on keywords? Is it like kind of like Google AdWords, or is it?
Sort of. You're bidding on interest, like on a demographic. So you would segment. The way that I do it is I want to learn something when I'm going to create the ad campaign. So I was just doing an ad campaign for someone that was targeting students, and he was teaching them how to get better grades. So we did the campaign, and the first thing we looked at was like some of the smart provinces, like provinces that have higher ranking students that get better grades, and then some of the what we call the stupid provinces, so provinces that people had lower grades. Then we would test. We had like about 6 different ad variations, and we would test to see, do smart students want to purchase this product, or do dumb students want to purchase this product? Right. So that was the first thing we learned. Then we looked at different, like what level of their college or university that they're at. Are they like in their first 2 years, or are they in the last 3 years? And we went through that way. So that way, over time, we're able to learn who our demographic is just by looking at the demographics on Facebook.
So when you say over time, what are you talking, like 4 months, 6 months?
I do 2-week campaigns. So one thing that I've learned is that if you put like a $100 budget and the maximum you could put it for is 3 months, And so Facebook will then try to spread your $100 over 3 months. But if you put it for 2 weeks, they'll try to spend your money in 2 weeks. So you'll get lots more clicks.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's a little trick that I started using. So I usually do 2 week campaigns, and then I monitor them after 2 weeks, and then figure out which ones I want to keep on, turn off, and what I want to change.
So those are just mainly for kind of reconnaissance campaigns to find out what your demographic is,
well,
or who you can target most effectively.
Yeah, like you're getting the clicks and you're driving the traffic and all that, but every campaign you do, you want to be able to learn something about your demographic.
Yeah,
right?
you want to grow on your knowledge base.
Yeah, because not only are you getting the traffic, but you're getting the knowledge, right? So it's a win-win both ways. So even though you're spending the money on the clicks, even if it doesn't convert, you still learn something, right? So, but eventually you're going to figure out what it is exactly that's working, and that's how you get down to the 10 cents a click, right? Because then you're getting really high click-through rates and then paying a lot less per click.
Okay, so let's say I'm just getting it. Hey, Bonnie. Bonnie just came into the house. Hey, Bonnie, say hey. Hey, hi. So if people are, just getting into Facebook, because you've been into this for quite a long time. You've done, how many campaigns have you done? You must have done several hundred, right? Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, right? So the thing with people that are just starting out, you're giving them a formula. How long should they be running with this formula until they not see results or kind of get the hang of it, or say, I'm starting to see results, or be more satisfied with results, trying to figure it out?
Okay, when I started with Facebook ads, I never took any courses on Facebook ads. I was asking friends about ads and that sort of thing. And one person told me when he was learning Google AdWords, someone had told him, just spend $500 and just run ads and see what happens and learn from that. And so I kind of did the same concept on Facebook. I just spent $500 and did a bunch of ads, and that was kind of my budget to learn Facebook ads. And I kind of went from there. And since then, I read lots of articles and stuff like that, but I've never taken any courses on Facebook ads. So the stuff that I do is just kind of like I just learned it over time, just playing with it and using it.
Well, and you go to high level seminars now too.
I do go to seminars.
Vegas.
Yeah, but I've never had training on Facebook ads. Never taken a course on Facebook ads before. Just myself using it and that sort of thing, and that's how I learned it. Yeah, and also once I got comfortable with it, I was able to then charge clients to do it as well. Then I got to use their money to learn more about Facebook ads.
Cool. So it was like compounding levels of experience.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Okay, so if you're a small business, then you would recommend setting up a Facebook page and just putting in a couple $100 and just doing what you just said, just finding out who your customer is.
Yeah. So what I do is I focus on direct response marketing.
Yeah.
So there's one aspect is brand marketing, where you're trying to get your name out there. You want people to recognize your logo, want people to recognize your company, be top of mind, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can't really measure that stuff. And that's why a lot of people say that social media is a waste of time and you can't track ROI. I don't like to do any campaign that I can't track ROI on. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first most important thing is to set up that squeeze page, right? That landing page where you're asking a user to do a specific thing for you in exchange for a benefit that you're going to give them. So you could say, download my ebook in exchange for the email address, for example, right? But then behind that, you need an email campaign. So like it would really depend on the type of business. I mean, it could just be like a photo contest you're doing, but then like how is that going to relate into sales? How are you going to track the return on investment on that, right? So there's a few ways. I had one friend tell me like he was giving away iPads in contests, and then he would go out or he would talk to people, and everybody just thought that he was very successful because he was giving away iPads. So then people just kept wanting to work with him, and he said he got so much business by giving away iPads, even though the iPad wasn't the trigger that got the customer. It was just the brand exposure and that sort of thing that it ended up working out for him. But it was unexpected. He didn't know. He was just kind of like, I'm going to give away an iPad and kind of see what happens. Right? But he ended up getting so much good affinity between his fans and people who knew him that everyone just thought he was very successful. He must be doing a good job, and they started hiring him. And he's making lots of money now. Right? So,
now he can afford more iPads.
Yeah, I swear, I think he's going to get like the Guinness Book of World Records for giving away the most iPads on a Facebook page.
Well, I mean, I'm starting to see a trend here. It's like there's no magic bullet because each person, each business is slightly different. So the best thing to do, take a budget, a small budget, nothing crazy, and just experiment. But check out the results. Look at the demographics and have an ROI goal. I mean, a lot of people go in there and they put some ads. I'll do some Facebook ads. But why are you doing the ads?
Yes.
You know, what goals are you trying to reach? What is the purpose? And a lot of people just don't do it. I mean, they do that with print ads. So
you know what you got to do is, what are you going to learn from this ad, right? You need to have, between 500 to 1,000 clicks in order to learn something, in order to get like an accurate number. Really, it's 1,000, right? But 500, you can kind of learn something, right? To get an accurate number on the conversion or whatever it is, right? So there's depending on your budget and how much what your bid is per click and all that kind of stuff, it all factors in. But you got to keep in mind, you got to try to get like about 1,000 clicks, so that you can't learn like 10 things at once. You're going to try to learn maybe 1 or 2 things, like in the example,
really focused type of thing.
Yeah,
I want to know what's the age group of the people that are interested in whatever my headline is.
Yeah, like the first thing that I was testing in the campaign I mentioned earlier was, do dumb students, or like the students that get bad grades or students that get good grades, which ones want to learn how to get better grades, right? And, it turns out it's smart students.
Yeah,
right?
Because they're smart.
Yeah, but see, it was just an assumption. We didn't know which one.
But you could sell beer
well,
to the
I mean, it's not that they're smart.
Because they like to party.
There you go.
I wouldn't say that they're dumb or smart. I'd say it's more they're scholastically motivated.
Yeah. No, we
or don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm just using
I know, and it's a
our
great
internal in language. The dumb kids or the smart kids.
So you mentioned that a higher conversion rate on Facebook. So that's why you send them to a Facebook landing page as opposed to sending them to a landing page on your own web page.
The only downside to the Facebook landing page, which is a big downside, is that you can't do split testing. And it takes quite a while to, especially when you're working with a client, if you don't know how to do it personally, to go and set up Google Analytics. And so that way you can actually track the conversion rate. I do something else on my pages where I create a thank you page. So after someone submits their email address, I take them to a page that tells them to share with their friends, and I can't track the conversion on that page. Right? So
you can track
you can't. So that's the problem with Facebook, is because you're inside of an iframe when you're building in HTML is what I build it in.
Yeah.
And then if you want to use an application, which is like a Facebook app, which you can install onto your fan page, you can't then track conversion rate, right?
You can't track on the landing on the thank you page?
I can't track how many people came to the page and entered their email address.
They just give you a general, because if you look at Google Analytics, not Google, but the Facebook Analytics is just a general. It's like playtime. It's like playtime analytics. Ooh, look I get a spike. But
so you get a certain set of data by using plain HTML and using Google Analytics, and you get a different set of. You can't have both, right? You get a different set of data when you're using a Facebook app, right? So I've been trying to sell the idea, and anybody listening can have the idea of
Please
creating.
do it.
Do it, and
God's
send me an
sake.
email, give me feedback of a Facebook app, which you could do split testing and conversion and do the whole thing. Because right now, if you're like a hardcore marketer, the big downside to it, and I've had this happen to me where I was doing a campaign, everything was great. We had done everything, followed everything by the books, used all the stuff that I learned, and it wasn't converting, and I couldn't figure out why, because I couldn't split test. All I could do was change it and make a guess. Whereas
couldn't you have like a picture or something on in the thank you page, and then you could measure how many times the picture loaded from your server?
If you put it on like a photo bucket or something like that.
It would, there's ways that I'm sure we could figure out to do it, but we're creating spreadsheets and calculating it ourselves and all that kind of stuff.
You just want to hit a button and say, it's green or it's red.
Yeah, there are ways to do it. I mean, that's what I'm saying, is I could set it up. It would take me, even though I've done it a few times, it's going to take me more than an hour, probably 2-3 hours to be able to set everything up, because I got to test it, make sure it's working. After I actually install the analytics, I have to go in, make sure it's working, call a few other people, ask them to go in there and do it, so that way we have different IPs and all that kind of stuff. So it takes a while to make sure everything is going. It's just not.
It's not your business model.
Yeah, it's just not. You just don't want to be doing that kind of stuff. So that's why now it's like I'm running a campaign. I'd rather split test my headlines and my images on the web, where I can actually split test things and all that. And then when I know what's working, then go back to Facebook. But
nice. That's
what I'm saying. It takes a lot of time to do all that kind of stuff. So I've now kind of created it so that way I have a very simple formula that I follow, and it 9 times out of 10 it works. But I mean, I was doing a big campaign, didn't work, and couldn't figure out why.
Okay, I got a question for you. You're on Facebook. What type of business is Facebook good for? Is it good for B2B? Is it good for B2C? What do you think is the primary?
Right now, Facebook seems to be focusing on local businesses, right? So they're really focusing on mobile a lot. They bought out Gowalla, they bought out Instagram, right? So they're definitely recruiting mobile app developers.
Yeah.
I mean, their new Facebook app is 10 times better than the old one. If you guys have downloaded it yet,
That's pretty cool.
right? So local business for sure. I'm in the education marketing field. It works great for me. I think almost all platforms work great for education marketing. It's basically content marketing, right? People who are into like manufacturing or importing and exporting, or they're trying to find other retailers to sell their products. That kind of stuff is more tougher on Facebook. That's
It's more of a Twitter thing.
Yeah, it's a Twitter thing or even a LinkedIn thing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's more like a LinkedIn thing. But yeah, Twitter as well, right? Because you can meet people in all parts of the world and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, when you're in something like that where you're very B2B and you're not like local business B2B, right? Then I think that's when Facebook might not be the greatest asset.
Okay, I got a question. Oh, James, you got a question?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What?
What is the single sexiest Facebook page you've ever seen?
Good call. Okay, now this is a page that's set up for a business that has likes, so I would assume
That's
that's
sexy. That's just like, ooh, it oozes like confidence, and you just want to be a fan.
Oh, well, his page for one.
Yeah, definitely the web friendly page. That
Or somebody that does it really well, where you're like, man, that guy puts out good content and actually communicates with the community.
I mean, it's like every day there's probably a new one that's going out. Like,
Yeah, I'm sure. That's
like Skittles did a pretty good campaign.
you know who does a really good job is Maury Smith.
Really?
I mean, she's a Facebook, guru, whatever, right? But she does a good job. Like, I'll sometimes go, if I want to learn about Facebook, I'll just go to the Maury Smith fan page and see what she's sharing.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how I learn a lot of stuff about Facebook, right? So she does a really good job. I'm trying to think of like a business type. I do know of some, and I totally forgot.
Well, a lot of
That's the Bunker Project.
the Bunker Project is
Phenomenon.
pretty awesome. Pretty awesome page we've got.
Oh yeah,
We got two cool guys on the cover. I mean, that's all you need.
Yeah.
I remember in episode 1 of the Bunker Project, we were there was a WordPress developer or page creator. What would you call her? Developer?
Oh yeah. She. Oh gosh. What's
Anyways,
her name?
we were
She
talking
would
about
whip up a
WordPress.
$350 page.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
We were talking about WordPress and so we got to the point of plugins, and we all forgot. All three of us forgot what plugins we use. It was like we were drawing a blank. So it's the Bunker curse.
I guess
It's
actually,
just the alcohol.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it.
It was show 2. Yeah, that's right.
That's
So your next shoes is a very, very effective Facebook page.
Your next shoes, as in things you put in your feet.
Your next shoes.
Wow. For girls or for guys too?
I haven't seen guys' shoes.
So girls.
They may have them, but I don't see them.
Well, like Pinterest is an awesome place to flog shoes now too, apparently. Because it's like 90% women or 80%
Yeah, but
women.
you can do things on Facebook you can't do on Pinterest.
True. You could drive. Hey, that's a question, Matt.
Yes.
Have you used Pinterest at all to drive? Oh, okay. Drive people to Facebook.
I haven't used Pinterest at all.
Wow.
Yes.
It's a Pinterest virgin.
I don't even have a Pinterest account.
You should get a Dude Pins account because it's like Pinterest for dudes.
Really?
Oh.
When it came out, I was like super busy and all this. I was like, this thing will go away. It'll go away.
Please go away. For God's sake. Yeah.
It didn't go away.
It's
And I
like
was
Twitter and
Damn,
email.
I gotta get
Damn
an
it.
account.
Yeah. And it's the same with email. That's a trend.
Yeah.
And then they just www stuff that who could remember www?
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
.com.
.com. Poof.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to talk about Nexus 7s. Because
Nexus
I
7s.
bought one. Yeah.
Let's see.
No, I gave it to my wife. She came home and the box. Now, this is the funny thing. If you go on, unboxing, people unbox. If you go on YouTube and say Nexus unboxing, there's all these unboxings of people struggling with the packaging because it's so freaking tight. And I went to this one, and it says how to really unbox. And this guy basically went, hey, look at this. Take some scissors, and he cut right through the packaging. See? That's how you unbox this sucker. But, awesome piece of hardware. I'm very impressed. I mean, I bought the 32 gigabyte one or whatever, $250, $17 shipping from the United States. I didn't pay any over-the-border bills or anything because I was worried. I usually have to pay $40 for doing something like that with the cheap outfits. Google does it right. Boom. Delivered to my front door. Took 7 days. This is a kick-ass piece of equipment. I mean, it feels solid. It's got a sexy back. Yep. The camera is a little bit sucky, but you know what? It's you can't even actually.
That's the only.
The biggest flaw is it doesn't the video doesn't interface with Skype. If you do video Skyping, it crashes and burns. You've got to really basically play with it. The other thing too is because it's a stripped down system, and it doesn't have a back-facing camera. The software is hidden. So you've actually got to download software to make the camera work. But after that, it's fine. But it does face recognition. We had a lot of fun with that. It does. The one thing that my wife really needed was, can it do Japanese? And boom. First try, go in there, choose language, Japanese. Suddenly she was typing in Japanese. You could do Japanese. So it's multi-language capable right away. It is zippy. I mean, we went clicked on Chrome built in. Boom. I would say like half a second Chrome loads. It's like boing. Very, very, very fast. It interfaces with the Wi-Fi quite quickly. It's nice. And she's getting pretty good battery life. She ran it most of the day on and off, and she used 1/4 of the battery. But she's not maxing out. She's not watching videos. She's going in, checking your email, things like that. So definitely I would highly recommend it, because all the reviews I've checked out, the only review where it got compared, the guy said, well, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that. Oh, and by the way, the product I'm comparing it with is $480 more expensive. So it has limitations, but for $200, nothing can touch it. You can compare that to the Amazon was it Fire? Kindle Fire?
Kindle Fire, yeah.
Kindle Fire. It just like, it's the guy says there's no comparison.
No.
And the Kindle Fire is the same price or even a little bit more.
Yeah, but the Kindle Fire 2 is coming out.
Oh, I know. But how much is it going to cost? It's going to have to cost the same amount. That's the new benchmark. And what I love about it is Google said, you know what?
Well, the first Fire is
here's a nice product. You know, it's got some serious processing power in it.
Quad-core
Looks
processing.
Great. I mean, it's got Corning glass. It's that unscratchable glass. And trust me, I've got a Nexus S, and basically all it is the big Nexus S. It doesn't do SMSing. It is amazing. This phone I've had in my pocket for a couple of years, and there's no scratches on it. So that Corning glass kicks ass. And let's face it, Corningware is awesome for plates. You know, so you got to support that company. Almost went bankrupt, and because of the phone system, they're doing very, very well. So, and actually, the phones have saved Corning's ass, which I think is cool.
So it's also the cool toy, because the internet marketers who are giving away things to their top affiliates.
It's the new thing.
It's not an iPad anymore. It's the
Nexus S.
Sure.
Yep.
And
because
they don't
you
care
can
that
get three
it's
of them.
Yeah, well, and the people that are receiving them don't care the cost. It's the fact that I got a,
No, I got this
from
right?
whomever, from John Chow or whoever, because I was his number one affiliate. But I thought it was interesting that about 3 months ago,
it's kind of switched over.
It started. Yeah.
Well, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen next 6 months, because it's kind of like, here's the new benchmark. It's a stripped down thing. It's a kick-ass piece of equipment. It's basically blowing away all the other tablets on the market, including some of the 10-inchers. What's going to happen? Like Apple is going to come up with the the iPad Mini. Definitely is going to come out. How much is that going to cost? $350, $450?
$200.
You think it'll be $200?
$200.
All right.
It replaces the iPod Touch.
The only reason
they're saying $250 to $300.
It replaces the iPod Touch.
But I bet you 4 months ago they were thinking $350, $400, and then they say, "Oh crap! Okay, so we won't make 8,000% profit."
I'm just gonna run up to the guy and say, like, "Shut up and take my money," and just start throwing stuff at him.
Yeah, like, take my money, please.
Yeah, come on, just take it. Oh my god, I don't want.
Well, we're going to talk more about all that stuff next week.
Yeah, I don't want an iPad.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Samsung, Apple.
Samsung versus Apple.
Yeah, all that
well,
stuff.
we
delayed it. We were going to talk about it this week, but because Bonnie was coming.
We wanted to
late,
and we have a lawyer coming, apparently.
Thank you.
And we have other guests coming, and Gaming with James, all in next week's show.
Oh, I know. Let's do Gaming with James.
I'm so excited.
Next show. Oh man! So for all you people that are watching the show, you can just, now that you know that Gaming with James is on, you can just cut down the show. You don't have to watch.
But
the rest of the
these tablets, they're all coming out with like quad-core processors.
Yes.
But there's a Samsung Galaxy camera just announced, and
Saw a picture of that.
it's got a
Octa-core.
It's got a quad core processor built into it. This is a camera. Amazing.
Yeah. So you're all going to boo me out of the room, but I don't care.
Boo.
I last week I had the opportunity to test an Asus Transformer Prime with Windows.
Nice.
But when she told me she paid $1,500 for it, I thought, boy, I got a bridge I can show you. Until I looked at it. And she plugged it into HDMI, and she had a mouse for it, and she told me what she uses it for, which is corporate, for business.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say
small
pornography,
business.
but-
No.
Pornography.
Enterprise.
Pornography, yeah. It's got this
Enterprise.
built-in
It's
USB
enterprise.
It's an enterprise
And
grade.
you know what it is? It is exactly it functions exactly like a laptop.
Yep.
Is it a real tablet? Probably not. In the sense of the kinds of things that you can do with a tablet. But if you're going to carry around even a notebook or one of these, and it is screaming fast.
Is that one of the ones that you can pop off the keyboard?
No, this particular one, I think the keyboard is...
I saw one of the Asus Transformers, and you
that
could
was the
pop
one
it
I
off.
reviewed it last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Andrew's got a love affair happening.
Oh yeah, I'm deciding what to
Check out
get
this
because I've
porn,
got
he
this
said.
old Mac, this old
He's
Mac
got a piece of crap.
Retina.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and it's on its last legs. It's just not working.
Yeah, about a year and a
anymore
half
for
ago.
me. And so I'm in the market for a new one. So I'm like, do I get a MacBook Air, or do I get a PowerBook, or do I go for a Windows machine? And I'm looking at Windows 8 coming out, and it looks pretty cool. But there's this Lenovo, what's it called?
Yoga or something like that.
The Lenovo IdeaPad
Yoga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's an Asus Zen.
So
book.
it's
Hugo,
is
maybe?
that-
Like
yeah,
the-
yeah. No, it's not.
But that's what Asus is. They called theirs the Zen.
Yeah,
book.
but this one is so cool. Okay, so it's it's touchscreen. It's going to be running Windows 8, so with the Metro touchscreen interface.
It's not called Metro anymore.
No, it's not. It's what it's called now.
I don't want to talk
I
about
don't.
it.
It's called Suburbs.
It's some stupid RT win.
They were like, no longer Metro. So
Yeah. Anyways, so what you can do with it though is you can flip it all the way around 360 degrees, so the keyboard is facing out in the back. And
Yeah, it's
got
like it
this
becomes
leather,
a tablet.
And it's got this
Nice.
the like for the keyboard, it's got this little raised kind of leather feeling a thing for your wrist to sit on. But it also means when you put it upside down, it doesn't touch the keyboard. Doesn't actually touch the.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's totally cool. And then you can tent it, so you can take the laptop
For presenting.
and put it this way, so it'll be a nice angled thing that's facing this way, or you can have it the other way, so it's like this.
Yeah.
And I mean, all the podcast
Dude,
listeners are like, "What is?"
And
like
it
this
supports Bluetooth vibrators. So there you go.
So it looks awesome, and it's an ultra book, and so it's nice and thin too. So, but I don't know the pricing yet.
Oh, I
but
was
they're
gonna ask.
saying they're guessing it's
$7
going to be
million.
like $1,300.
Yeah,
that's about right
$1,300 for God's
for
sake.
that.
Get a 15-inch MacBook Air for holy. Oh my God.
Yeah, but
I
it
mean,
doesn't
that
do
much
all
room.
that cool. It doesn't do all that
It
stuff.
doesn't bend over and it doesn't have the Bluetooth
Who
dildo
cares?
thing. But who cares? I mean,
No,
it's
who cares that it's an
people look
Apple?
at it.
Yeah,
You
that's
walk
that's
into
the
a
thing. That's what
bar,
we're going to talk about next week. The disease, the
we're
infectious
gonna
disease.
trash Apple. All right, look at Matt's getting bored. Let's talk about Facebook.
Let's get him more drunk. Not enough drinking.
Oh
enough
yeah, Matt's
digressions.
having rum and coke, so you can't blame him.
We didn't have any digressions. My beer is still half full.
Wow.
Wow, is that the end of the show?
We got to work on that for next
That's
show.
so depressed. We had no digressions.
I only
What's
had one
going
beer
on?
this show.
Because I
God
wasn't here.
damn it, Bonnie.
Now we know
You're
the
in big trouble.
cause.
I'm trying to be
All right.
professional. I think that's the problem.
Hey, we want to thank our sponsor, Wix.com. They're awesome. Try them out. I mean, for God's sake, I was talking to a client today, and I said, look, just go to Wix, register it, play with it, build a kick-ass site. It's HTML5, for God's sake. You can put it on a phone. It's free. And then once you start making money or it's working for you, you can get a .com. I think it's like, what, $50, $60 a year? I mean, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
You can make
It's
a
cheap,
Facebook
cheap, cheap.
landing page with it too.
Oh, yep. Facebook landing page. You know that? Yep.
Yep.
You know, we have one. It's like 7 pages deep on Facebook.
And
What's
just
with
in
that?
case you didn't know, we do have a toll-free number. You can call 1-877-636-1474.
But don't, because I get a bet with Andrew. And I said, in the next 6 months, if nobody calls on it, pizza. Yeah.
All right, we'll see you again next week for episode number 104.
Excellent. That's a 2-year mark, man. 104. 52 times 2. 2 years. 104. It's going to be a big party, y'all.